You stub your toe on a chair. Nothing. You press your hand flat on a glowing red-hot stove burner. Still nothing. You break your arm falling off your bike. You just get up, dust yourself off, and walk away. Sounds like a superpower, right? It is not. Scientists have studied people born exactly like this. The moment you came into this world, something was already different. Most babies scream when the doctor checks their reflexes. You just stared. Doctors eventually put a label on it. CIPA, congenital insensitivity to pain, a rare genetic mutation you were born with. Your nervous system simply never built the wiring for pain signals. Roughly 1 in a million people share this exact condition. And in a normal body, pain is actually your most critical alarm system. Stub your toe and distress signals fire straight up your spine. Your brain decodes them in under a second. Danger, pull back now. That sharp sting from touching something hot, it just saved your hand. Pain tells your body, this matters, stop, protect yourself, get help. But your nervous system never laid down any of those warning pathways. Your body's emergent. As a kid, you are absolutely convinced you have won some kind of lottery. Scraped knees do not sting. The dentist's drill does not scare you once. Your classmates flinch and cry at things that simply do not register for you. You feel genuinely invincible, like pain is just everyone else's problem. You climb higher, fall harder, push further than anyone around you dares. Life without pain, you decide. Then one afternoon, you notice something strange on your hand. A deep cut, one you have absolutely zero memory of getting. You trace back your entire day and cannot pinpoint a single moment. It is already infected, edges red, swollen, and healing all wrong. Your body was screaming distress signals for hours, and you heard none of it. That feeling of invincibility starts to... It's Monday morning, and you're chewing breakfast without a care. Your back teeth close, hard, right on the side of your tongue. For anyone else, a white-hot flash would snap the jaw open in under a second. For you, there is no flash. The bite holds, blood fills your mouth, and that's the only reason you stop chewing. The tongue is packed with blood vessels. Small wounds here bleed longer than you'd expect. You dab it. Tuesday evening, you're cooking and you grab the pan handle barehanded. That metal has been sitting directly over a flame for several minutes. Normally, pain would yank your hand back in under 1 second. Your hand stays, 5 seconds, maybe 10. Blisters begin forming on the fingertips where skin is meeting intense heat. People born without pain routinely suffer burns this severe. It's one of the most documented dangers. You set the pan down only because dinner is ready. The damage is already done. 3 fingertips. Wednesday morning, you decide to go for a run. You feel great. No reason to stop. What you can't feel, a hairline stress fracture quietly forming in your left shin. Pain would be screaming at you to rest right now. You have no such alarm. You run 5 kilometers, then 5 more. Each impact drives your knee joint further into damage it has no way to report. Inside, cartilage and bone are accumulating micro-damage with every unwarned step. This is how Charcot joints develop. Silent. By Friday, you have a bitten tongue, blistered fingers, and stressed knees, all at once. Except none of them feel like anything. That's the entire terrifying point. The tongue wound from Monday still hasn't fully closed, and bacteria are already moving in. Staphylococcus aureus, a common skin bacterium, thrives in exactly these unnoticed open wounds. The burned fingertips are shifting from blisters into something darker and harder to reverse. And your knees? You haven't checked them once because nothing told you to. 1 week in, no pain felt. You're sprinting across pavement when your ankle cracks clean through. No sharp sting, no burning, just a faint, distant pop. You stumble slightly, catch yourself, and keep right on moving. An X-ray right now would show a fracture cutting straight through bone. But pain is the alarm that would normally stop you cold. Without it, you keep walking, full weight, all day long. The broken ends, your body does try to fix the damage entirely on its own. Bone cells flood the break, knitting fresh tissue across the gap. But the broken ends shifted apart before healing could lock them in place. They fuse anyway, in the wrong position, crooked and permanent. Your ankle now angles slightly outward, invisibly but forever. You adapt your gait without knowing, silently shifting your weight. And now that misaligned, every joint in your body is cushioned by a layer of cartilage. That slippery tissue absorbs shock and lets your bones glide smoothly together. Cartilage has no pain fibers. It genuinely cannot call for help. Normally, aching discomfort would make you rest a damaged joint before it worsens. Without that signal, you keep pounding the same joint day after day. The cartilage thins, frays at the edges, then disappears over months. Now bare bone is scraped. Doctors have a name for this kind of progressive joint destruction. It's called Charcot-arthropathy, a slow, catastrophic internal collapse. The joint becomes swollen, visibly hot, and dramatically misshapen over months. Bone fragments break loose and float around inside the joint space. Your foot might bow outward and your knee fold at strange angles. From the outside, it looks alarming, but you feel completely fine. That's precisely why months have passed and your skeleton has been quietly restructuring itself. Multiple joints now show Charcot changes: feet, ankles, knees. You've been living your normal life this whole time, completely unaware. Then someone notices you're listing heavily to one side when you walk. An X-ray finally reveals bones that look like a bag of gravel. This is advanced joint destruction, and reversing it is rarely possible. Your sweat glands exist, but they have never once fired. It's a blazing afternoon, and everyone around you is glistening. They're cooling off. You feel nothing, no heat, no discomfort. But somewhere inside, your core temperature is quietly climbing. Without sweat, you have no way to shed that heat. A healthy body acts like a radiator. Yours is sealed shut. You keep walking, smiling. A normal fever sits around 38, maybe 39 degrees Celsius. Yours can rocket past 40 degrees. Doctors call it hyperpyrexia. At these temperatures, proteins inside your cells begin to unravel. Your organs are being damaged by heat you cannot feel. A healthy person would already be collapsed and calling for help. You're still upright, still moving, the danger invisible to you. Every degree above 40, when your core temperature crosses a threshold, the brain short-circuits. Your muscles seize, your body convulses, a febrile seizure. You have no warning. One moment standing, then nothing. You come to on the floor with no memory of what happened. Children with CIPA have died from heat seizures before age 5. The cruelest irony, you cannot feel the fever that is killing you. Someone else must notice every single time. Every unnoticed cut, every tiny fracture is an open door. Bacteria, especially Staph aureus, find your bones an easy target. They spread through the marrow, slow and completely relentless. Osteomyelitis, chronic bone infection, is notoriously hard to cure. Antibiotic-resistant strains can take hold and stay for years. By the time it's finally found, the bone damage is severe. Pain would have flagged this on day one. Right now, some real people are living exactly the life you imagined. They are called CIPA patients, born unable to feel any pain at all. No burning, no aching, no stabbing. Total silence from their nerves. And it is not a superpower, it is a sentence. They bite through their own tongues without ever knowing it. They fracture bones and keep walking, grinding joints into ruin. Their bodies fall apart. Here is the number that stops people cold when they hear it. Many CIPA patients do not survive past the age of 25. Not from one dramatic accident, from 1,000 small ones. A burn here, a broken bone there, an infection spreading silently. Their body keeps absorbing damage because nothing ever screams for help. Even with the best medical care, the odds are brutal. Pain is fighting. Think of pain as the fire alarm hardwired into your body. The instant something threatens you, it blares, loud, immediate, impossible to ignore. That burning feeling when you touch a hot pan. Your hand pulls back before your brain even decides to. That is a reflex arc, a lightning-fast circuit your nervous system built. No thinking required, no second guessing, just instant automatic protection. CIPA patients don't have that alarm. So the next time pain hits, the headache, the stubbed toe, before you curse it, pause for just 1 second. Your nervous system just fired a perfect alarm, right on cue. The people who cannot feel pain would trade anything for that signal. Pain is not a flaw in your design, it is the most sophisticated guardian you have ever had. And next time something hurts, remember, that signal is your body keeping you alive. If you want to know what else your biology is secretly doing for you, subscribe. New episode every week.